Yo, yo, yo. What's up, you beautiful snowflakes? Welcome back to the Millennial Manchild Podcast. And as always, it's your humble and gracious host, the best on the West Coast, the Millennial Manchild himself, Miles Casey. And I hope you are doing well. We got an absolute fucking banger, as always, lined up for you here today. Um, you know, I do apologize for the slight delay, but better late than never. Not when you wanted it, but when you needed it, and we're back in the saddle again. So why don't we just hop right into it? We'll start you off here with this song by Nine and Dax called Jesus Peace. And these lads are from the UK and it's a banger.
It's my season, man. I got a better car, I got better songs, I look better, I got more bitches, I just live better than you. I'm the best.
Whip so low, the bumper pulls cat size, drifting in fifth, I hope I don't capsize. Bad little Ma with the tats on her backside, gave her the Jesus piece, she got baptized. I make her back spin like Beyblade, film it, I can make her famous, Ray J. Got toes when my P's were down, I shift cues and grabbed an RS in a day.
3-piece for the rims on an E55, imports to the wheels on the left-hand side. I used to watch dealers sliding in Beamers while I sat broke on a 199. I'm trying to make paper, baby, like a paper man, banging a paper lady. Get my paper up and then I'll pay for things I couldn't pay for back when I was paper chasing.
Chasing the paper like, what's the deal? All black looking like I'm dressed to kill. Open them up like a centerfold, or put dents in his chest like a Chesterfield. Lexus LS with the drapes and the windows, browning stretch from my waist to my tiptoes. Low gels like Taco Bells, we got corn for heat and split guac with my gringos.
Bread in a bag like a kid in a duck pond. She wanna roll cause my biggity buck's long. I let her borrow the ride just to flex, now the engine's fucked, she been filling it up wrong. Feeling like a tool Vin Diesel. Black crap with the dub rims on the Regal. Hand on the wheel, one hand on my nuts while I bump rock the mic by Beanie Siegel.
Foot down while I bump max B. Trying to dodge blue cause I wanna gain green.
Trying to dodge blue because I want to gain green. I guess that's right. I mean, I've gained 0 green from this podcast, but it warms the soul. That's more what it does, right? It fills me up that way. Definitely does not fill me up financially, but who gives a fuck, right? Anyways, folks, I hope you're doing well. I hope this podcast finds you in good spirits wherever you are in your neck of the woods. I hope life is treating you all right. As always, we'll start it out with a couple of life updates. Obviously, as you probably noticed, there was no podcast last week. I was just too busy, man. Like, I ended up having to do that one on Monday, and then it fucked up the whole flow, and I used some topics from the week I was planning on next one, blah, blah, blah. It's all excuses. At the end of the day, it didn't get done, but here we are, and, yeah, we're gonna have a good one. Like I said, just so busy at work and everywhere else right now, so, it's nice to just sit down and actually have some time to do this, to chat with y'all. So that's exciting for me. Outside of that, I had a bunch of fantasy football drafts. Those are all completed. Very happy with the way things have worked out so far, I would say. Looking forward to football. We'll talk some more football later in the podcast, but man, it starts Thursday. Eagles versus Cowboys, the Chiefs versus Chargers on Friday. Let's go. I can't wait. Very excited to have a much needed and a much welcome distraction during these incredibly insane times. But yeah, right now, obviously, it is Monday. I have enjoyed my Labor Day weekend. Shout out to the unions and people that came before us who paid for the weekend in blood so that we could have it. I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but that's why we have the weekend, is because labor organizers and unions fought for it back in the day, because, that's what you do. You have to be united to fight for these things. We need to unite and fight for one more day. That's what I'm saying, folks. We need one more day. It needs to be a 3-day weekend every weekend. Productivity has skyrocketed. We are more productive probably 20 years ago by, like, who knows what the amount is. Like, so much more productive than we were even just 20 years ago, let alone 100 some years ago when they fought for that first weekend. So I think it's time we take back another day. I'm thinking it doesn't matter. Friday or Monday looks good to me, right? Let's just get me another day off every week. I think that would be awesome. And I don't know who's going to lead that movement, but if anybody does, I will gladly join. Outside of that, not too much else is new. I have recently been watching some Love is Blind UK because, what was it? Perfect Match is over. Sad, sad day. But luckily Netflix has some more drama slop on tap. And I am a little bit behind on the Love is Blind UK. Like I said, been insanely busy. Have not been able to enjoy just my slop drama slop as much as I would like. But that's what we've been watching lately. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's pretty good. And the other thing that I would highly recommend people watch, and I would say this is like a film, like a masterclass. It's a YouTube video called How Comedy Was Destroyed by an Anti-Reality Doomsday Cult, and it's incredible. It is like an hour and a half. I know that's a big ask to go check out a fucking YouTube video that's an hour and a half, so I don't really expect many people to do it, but I have to recommend it because it was a masterpiece. It's about the Austin comedy scene, the Joe Rogan verse, and all the hoopla that comes with that, and how they have really kind of just taken over comedy in many ways, and not in a good way. So I would highly recommend that if you are a fan of comedy, and if you're a big fan of Joe Rogan, maybe just watch it and see if you recognize any patterns or hypocrisy, right? That's what I would say, because it was fantastically done and a very fun and interesting video. Absolutely. So the person who made it, I believe the channel is called Elephant Graveyard, and they have some absolute bangers on that channel. So if you like that video, feel free to check out the rest, because there's some real good stuff there, that's for sure. But yeah, that's really all I have for personal updates. Again, it's been busy, but not like the good busy where I was like, oh, I was traveling, I was doing this, I was doing that. It's just been like, the days are flying by and I'm waking up and then rinse and repeat. So happy to be here. Let's just hop into it. Like I said, we're going to be talking the usual topics on the pod these days. Insane Trump shit. Is Trump dead? Who knows, right? Who knows? That was the hype that was happening this weekend. We'll talk about that some. We'll talk about all kinds of stuff. We'll talk about some of the Democrats, of course, and how feckless they are. We'll talk about school's back in session, so you know what that means. ICE, Chiefs, NFL, Cracker Barrel, all kinds of fun stuff. So we're just going to hop into it. And we'll play you a little When She's High by Liam Tolley.
I've been thinking how you slide up and down along my mind. You always stop short of the top. That's why I'm down with more. More is what I'm still here for. Never knowing what's in store. Or maybe I do, and as if on cue, you make me ask you, why is the worst thing always the first thing to enter your mind? And when you are hurting, you wanna hurt me, but keep it inside. Well, it never hides more than a night, and I don't know why you don't just say it. I like her better when she's high, but keep that info on the low. I like her better when she's high. Every time she sighs, it hits me in my soul. I like her better when she's high. No friends, just run while all alone. I like it when she doesn't try to shit this on her mind. She almost lets it go. Whoa. So why I wanna waste our time?
I don't know, why would you want to waste your time? But here you are, enjoying the MMP again, so thank you so much for listening. As discussed earlier, I mean, we got a lot to cover in the Trump verse, the Trump suckfest of the century. The the fascist takeover of DC is fully underway, and it's incredible to watch. Apparently, You know, there was a lot of buzz this weekend. We'll start with the fun story, right? We'll start with the fun story. A lot of buzz this weekend, starting on Friday, because it's Labor Day weekend. It's obviously a big weekend for the country. It's one of the last holidays for a little while. And, you know, a lot of people are traveling, and it's a big movement, and it's important to our country. But Trump was, you know, kind of nowhere to be seen for a few days, which is very unusual for him because that man has unlimited stamina, it seems. But, you know, I'm one who's, again, always cautiously optimistic on this stuff, because a lot of people thought Trump might be dead. You know, did JD Vance put a curse on him? Did he give him the kiss of death like he did the Pope? I don't know. That's what people were saying. There's a lot of rumblings. I mean, fucking, where's it at? Gosh dang it. This is kind of what Twitter was going through. When they found out the Trump news, right? It sounded a lot like this. This is basically what was happening. Absolute banger. Yeah, so that's basically what was happening on Twitter this weekend, and unfortunately, all hopes and dreams were shattered Saturday morning when, you know, Trump was seen going golfing again, of course. Because, like I said, these people are evil. They run off of spite and hate, and somehow it works for them. I thought that's the type of stuff that would add, like, more stress and whatnot to your life, but I guess if you're just a pure, like, narcissistic, evil, like, just zero empathy, you know, in your life, you don't actually feel bad when you do any of this stuff, and you're just like, yeah, fucking balling. I'm balling out of control. What do you want from me? And that's kind of where Trump's at, and he's in the late dictatorial or early dictatorial stages of his reign of terror right now, it seems. I mean, I don't know if you guys have been watching South Park at all, but this season has been phenomenal. You know, I would say they're back. I haven't really watched or kept up in a long time just because, I don't know, there's just so much shit to watch, right? And it's like, I just haven't watched South Park in forever. But man, they have been going hard in the paint on Trump, and they have been nailing it. Like, they had, in the last episode that I watched, I'm sure there's been another one since then, but, you know, they had the line of people outside of the Oval Office, everybody holding gifts, like coming up to Trump and being like, oh, you're so smart, you don't have a tiny penis, and here's a present for you. And he's like, yeah, thanks, guy. So fucking funny. But that's actually what is happening. And, you know, art imitates reality, as they say. And, you know, for the listeners, I'll set the stage here for you, but Trump's talking to the FIFA president, and he has the trophy for the World Cup here, right? And he's, of course, got to show our big, beautiful boy the trophy. You know, let him hold it, maybe let him have it. Who knows? We'll see. Let's let it play here.
Only the FIFA presidents of countries, and then those who win can touch it, because it's for winners only. And since you are a winner, of course, you can as well. Just touch it. It's pretty.
Just full glaze, dude. Just full glaze. He's also like, "Hey, it's pretty heavy, you weak bitch. I know those arms can't quite lift this, so be careful."
Heavy. Yeah. It's the winner trophy. The last one who lifted that is Leo Messi. Messi of Argentina. And here it is in the Oval Office.
Look at his face, dude.
Can I keep it for you?
Can I keep it?
We're not giving it back.
We're not giving it back. That's serious.
We're not giving it back. I mean, this guy, bro, he can't be stopped. It's incredible. He has no shame. He thinks everything is his. I mean, he's wearing a hat in that clip. I don't know if you can see it, but it says, Trump was right about everything, right? Like, what the fuck is happening? I couldn't imagine wearing a hat unless it was like a fucking hilarious, like, inside joke or something that said Miles is right about everything, or Bernie was right about everything even. Like, what the fuck are we doing? I just don't understand how people can't see it. Like, how weird it is to have, like, this type of relationship with somebody you've never met, somebody who really does not give a fuck about you in the slightest, it seems. And still, people are seemingly cheering it on and loving it. They can't get enough of it. Our big beautiful boy, right? And like I said, unfortunately, he did not kick the bucket. He is looking really rough, though. I will say that. Again, I like to cautiously optimistic on these things. But it was cool to see how the internet reacted and give Trump a little taste of what to expect when he does pass away, right? I think that, you know, people had the memes ready, all kinds of shit, so it was great. And this dude, he can't, like I said, he can't help himself. We're gonna keep showing just some, like, progressively worse clips, right? Because this is the crazy shit that he's saying, and he says so much that it's hard to keep up with all of it. I just try to take a couple of the snippets and show you where we're heading, right? Like, what's going on? What's he thinking? What's inside that beautiful, beautiful mind of our big, beautiful boy? Let's see. This one, let's see what he's got here.
Got under arrest and prosecution, and we've taken some, and we're in the process of taking hundreds out of our country that shouldn't be here. And these are hardcore professional criminals. They were born to be criminals, in my opinion, but they're seriously bad people. Murderers, drug dealers, you know them all. You see them all as you walk beautifully to work, and every once in a while somebody puts a gun to your head, because that's what...
I love this, like, fucking fantasy reality that, like, these people live in as you're, like, walking to work and someone puts a gun to your head. Like, do they live in fucking Die Hard? Do they think that's what's happening, like, outside of the world 24/7? Like, you know, you know, when they walk outside of their eyesight, you can't see it, but it's always there. It's fucking lurking. Crime is around the corner. There's a dude waiting to fucking hold a gun to your head while you walk to work. Where is this stuff happening? How often does this stuff happen? People are born to be criminals also, like 100% of a core Nazi belief in many ways, right? They think that the reason that white people are superior, and that if you're black or brown, that you probably have some sort of deficiency or some insane shit, right? Like, so this is like saying that quiet part out loud in its own way. And again, it's just, no one bats an eye at this stuff. It just is business as usual. It's like, oh, fucking Trump, he's being crazy. He really is being crazy. And now he's already been talking about, you know, how he's deployed the National Guard to DC. He's eyeballing Chicago. And luckily, this is something that a president would say, right? Let's tap in. Let's see what our big beautiful boy had to say this time. Same, you know, area, same little speech.
So I would have much more respect for Pritzker if he'd call me up and say, I have a problem. Can you help me fix it? I would be so happy to do it. I don't love...
By the way, Pritzker, JD Pritzker, I believe, is the governor of Illinois, and he is a Democrat. So Trump's like saying, oh yeah, they should call me up and say, I have a problem. Please help me, big beautiful boy.
Not that I don't have the right to do anything I want to do. I'm the president of the United States. If I think our country's in danger, and it is in danger in these cities, I can do it. No problem going in and solving his difficulties. But it would be nice if they'd call and they'd say, would you do
it? I also just love this idea, right? Like, that they're not actively trying to solve any of these problems. They're actively trying to make it worse or whatever. Meanwhile, like, across the board, murder rates, crime, and everything is down in Chicago. It's just, it doesn't matter. Like, in this Trump universe, in this Trump world that we live in, this Trump reality, it's like a post-truth world that he can just say whatever he wants. He can do, clearly, whatever he wants. I mean, he's the president. Who can stop him, right? Like, that is not what this country was founded on. That's not something that should be ignored or poo-pooed or pushed to the side, right? He's like, I can do whatever I want. I'm actually like the chief law enforcement guy. I don't know if you know this. As the president, I am in charge of the military, Congress, the Supreme Court, the police. Yeah, I own it all. Actually, I'm also going to take over 10% of Intel stock, which actually is just me giving them billions of dollars. And people are going to label this like as like, oh, it's communism, it's socialism. It's like, no, it's literally crony capitalism. It's capitalism. All of this. And it's embarrassing to watch, but let's top him off with, like I said, they're gonna get increasingly more and more insane. And this next one is a real beaut, right? This is just the cream of the crop. Excuse me. Yeah, cream of the crop here. We got Trump sitting in the Oval Office in his chair at his big, beautiful desk. Let's see what he's got here.
As you all know, Chicago's a killing field right now. And they don't acknowledge it. And they say, we don't need him. Freedom, freedom. He's a dictator. He's a dictator. A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator. I don't like a dictator. I'm not a dictator. I'm a man with great common sense, and I'm a smart person. As you all know.
Many people are... Who's saying this, bro? You're fucking... The hallucinations in your fucking mind? No one's saying this shit. And if they are, guess what? They're insane. Like, how is this stuff... Like, I just don't get it. And like, this stuff, if Joe Biden was doing this, you could not fucking turn on the radio without hearing about it. Like, every fucking piece of, like, the internet would be covered with, like, because that's what they say he was. They're like, he's a dictator, he's a communist. And then he's like, well, maybe people would like it. People are telling me, you know, people are saying it's kind of vibey, actually, to have, like, a Kim Jong-un, Putin type in control of their country. People are saying they fuck with it, you know? That's what the streets are talking. The streets are saying, yeah, this is a vibe. We gotta get a dictator in the United States of America. I mean, we already do, and they're called corporations, basically, right? So, it's just, this stuff seems very troubling. Again, if you were just to step back, right? Maybe you were a big Trump person. Just step back, pretend all this stuff that was happening, it was Joe Biden. How is this different? How is this not some crazy shit, right? I mean, maybe you can explain it to me. I don't know. To me, this is absolutely unhinged, and it just keeps getting worse. And there seems to be no stopping in sight, right? So it's very upsetting and it's very depressing. But what can we do at this point, right? The Democrats are fucking worthless. Like, Trump's just being unbelievably cruel. You know, wants to send the military to Chicago. He's talking about going to war with the cartels in Mexico. He's sending battleships and troops potentially to Venezuela. Like, these wars are getting, these quote-unquote wars or battles that we're fighting are getting closer and closer to home. I don't know if people are realizing this or paying attention. It's not just over there in the Middle East. The American economy demands bloodshed. It needs it. And until the economy is being reimagined or reinvented, or we get rid of the military-industrial complex, this is what's going to happen. I mean, we're watching the fucking organization that is ICE be built up unbelievably strong. They're spending like millions and millions and millions of dollars, right? Like, they are gonna be going so hard internally. That's what this is gonna do. Again, I feel like I'm fucking saying some of the same things over and over again, but I just can't stand back and like watch this happen, essentially. And you know, he's deporting the Albrego Garcia guy who got wrongfully deported to El Salvador, to CCOT. He was brought back to the U.S. Now he wants to deport this dude to Uganda. Like, what are we even talking about? This guy has no connection with fucking Uganda. He doesn't speak the language. He's never been to Africa. Like, these people are losing their minds. They're being purposely cruel. And it's not a bug. It's a feature. It's a design. And again, like, people, there's one person that's like even halfway kind of fighting, and it's embarrassing to watch because, I mean, obviously the liberals are eating it up, and at the same time I do have to kind of be supportive because at least somebody's fucking doing something, but it's so disingenuous, and he is not a good guy in my humble opinion as somebody who lives under the reign of Gavin Newsom. I mean, he's the one person in the whole Democratic Party that's fighting, right? And he's tweeting like Trump, so he just looks insane, and he's trying to make a point about how insane he looks, I guess. And he's trolling him a little bit, and he's also fighting back with the gerrymandering. So he's gonna like gerrymander California because they're gerrymandering Texas, which just means they're gonna fucking gerrymander other states. They're gonna gerrymander Missouri, and like they're gonna do it to other states where they have majorities. Like, I'm glad somebody's standing up and trying to fight. It's too little, too late in many ways. This is a fight that has been happening on the Republican side, like the gerrymandering. Sure, there's some on the Democratic side, but when you look at the proportionality of it, it's largely on the Republican side, and it predominantly affects, black and brown districts and cities that have a large blue population. So this is something that, they've been doing for decades, and now we're just like, yeah, oh, we're gonna do it too. And it's like, dude, they fucking have rigged the maps in such a way in so many of these states that it's almost impossible for a Democrat to win, right? And that's the thing that I guess, again, I'm glad he's fighting, tip of the cap, I guess. One person's doing it, but the whole party, there's top Dem officials talking about this, and they're saying that the Dems are bringing a pencil to a fucking knife fight, right? No, the Dems are bringing a fucking binky to a bazooka fight. Like, they are getting slaughtered. It's not even close. It's so hard to watch. And then you see people like Richie Torres go on the Adam Friedland podcast and just talk about Israel and be a shill, and how he's like, no, Israel is a big, beautiful country. Like, just make it the 51st state already. Like, they passed a law before the American flag. They also are working on this as well, but I think Trump signed an executive order making it illegal to burn the American flag. But before they did that, they made it illegal to burn the Israeli flag. This is a foreign country's flag, right? Like, how many times does this have to like pop up for you to realize like something weird is going on here? Like, why can't we burn this flag? Why does it matter? I'm not here to talk about the optics. I'm here to talk about, there's a Supreme Court case, I believe in like 1989, that said it is actually a free speech right. These are the party of free speech, right? They're the protectors of free speech. And then they do this again. This was a decision made by the Supreme Court that said it is part of the First Amendment right to be able to burn the American flag or whatever flag, and I'm not here to talk about the optics of it, how it looks, does it help the cause, blah, blah, blah. I'm not here doing that. Not defending it, just saying it is legally your right, if you want to be able to burn whatever flag you want. And that's supposed to be what America is about. But under the Republicans, again, every accusation is an admission of guilt. They don't care. They have zero morals. It's all about what's cool and good for me, right? That's really all they fucking care about these days. And let's see, I had some more clips. I mean, I don't want to get into all the clips, right? Because there's just too much. And I just wanted to show you those 4. But the other thing that's coming out of this Trump presidency too, and this is the thing I've seen so many times, like on my Facebook timeline, where it's like, oh my God, Trump is so awesome, dude. He's like the first president to just donate his salary to charity. And it's like, yeah, because he's doing fucking crypto scams. He's selling fucking Constitution Bibles. He's like, this guy has not stopped scamming people this entire presidency, or his presidential run for that matter. Buy my hat, buy my merch. Like, and there's a new study actually that came out. It's by Nikki McCann Ramirez, and basically the study says new analysis finds Trump family has raked in $3.4 billion off of the presidency. America's first family is conducting its grift in full view of the public, but the profits remain a guessing game because we can't tell. You can't really know. You don't know how much exactly he made off the crypto meme coin scam. You don't know how much he makes off of like selling all of his individual merch, the background business deals, the plane he got from Qatar. Like, all of this stuff is just dictator shit. Again, he's going into the coffers of the American people, pulling money out of your pockets, sending money to Israel. Like, that, they don't give a fuck about you, right? When the Pentagon can't pass an audit for like the fucking 10th year in a row, and nobody knows where like $5 trillion is because it's just been like poof in the fucking air. Like, yeah, No wonder we don't have healthcare. No wonder we don't have education. None of this stuff is going to change until we change how we look at the American economy, until we change what we think is important, right? And right now, the only thing that's important is money. Who gets it? Who gets to have it? How do they get it? Like, that's all that fucking seems to matter, right? Number go up, stock market go up, good. We're doing it. We did it. Does it matter that we polluted, the rivers and the air and, derailed trains and done all this crazy stuff to get there? No. As long as number go up, we good. Number just need to go up and to the right. That's what we want to see. Unbelievable. Oh, what else? I mean, we kind of talked about that. Oh, the other thing that's been coming out about the Democratic Party that I find quite interesting. There was a story done for Wired magazine by Taylor Lorenz, and it's talking about how a dark money group is funding high-profile Democratic influencers, right? And I think this is super important because she's been attacked relentlessly for this story, but I think it's very important. Not because I'm opposed to Democratic influencers making money and being funded by, Democratic institutions or whatever, right? I'm okay with that. It happens on the right. You got to find a way to play ball. I get it. The problem is when this happened probably last year sometime, it was found out on the conservative side that people like Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, Benny Johnson were getting this quote unquote dark money from a Russian group, right? To essentially promote Russian propaganda. And this article that she talked about on the Democratic side here is talking about how these influencers are given talking points, are supposed to toe the party line. They're not supposed to, be critical of people like Kamala Harris or anything that they did to lose the election. So it's just more Democratic shills and grifting. It's more people that want this establishment to keep on thriving because this establishment is what pays them. This establishment is what gets them, the nice house, the access to power, the early stock market fucking ventures, all kinds of stuff that they do. This is that same thing. Because if you're getting dark money, nobody knows where it's coming from. It's probably coming from billionaires, obviously. And these billionaires have an agenda, and the agenda is to keep the status quo as usual as well. Like, they don't want business to, they don't want people to uprise and fight for a higher wage and for healthcare and stuff like that, because then it's going to end up costing them money. It's going to fuck up the bag for a lot of people. So it's the exact same thing. You have to be aware of these people that you're, listening to. Like, the people on this list were like Brian Tyler Cohen, David Pakman, like some prominent, like there's some TikTokers that I don't really know because I'm not in this world. I don't follow these people. I know of these people because I have a bad brain, but I don't watch their content, right? So it's like, you have to be aware of like, who are these truly, because they label themselves as independent journalists or independent, content creators. But if you're getting dark money from the Democratic Party, you're really not an independent content creator. Plain and simple, right? Plain and simple. So it's like, yeah. And then this stuff, causes problems because the left does need to be united right now. And it's hard to ignore this because it's hypocrisy. And the one of the biggest things that people on, like, in my position, where my politics stand, is they hate hypocrisy. And it's like, even if these people would just admit it and say, yeah, okay, I fucked up, I shouldn't have done it. Okay, cool, let's move on, let's go forward. But instead, they're fighting back, they're doubling down. They haven't, disproved any of this. And a lot of people don't understand how even an article like this gets approved. It has an editorial process, it has to go through legal, because this is something that they could get sued for, and it could diminish their credibility. So, there's so many checks and balances that go into putting an article like this out, and none of these people have been able to disprove the article, but they are going on a smear campaign and attacking people. So it's just like, it's just so gross. It's so gross. Like, the Democratic Party just needs to die. Like, it needs to be rebuilt like a phoenix rising from the ashes. That's what, it's really the only solution at this point, I feel like. Outside of that, let's just have a little bit of NFL talk. You know, the Chiefs had a big week this past weekend. The kingdom basically doubled in size. My boy Travis Kelce, or maybe it's Travis Swift now, I'm not sure, got engaged to Taylor Swift, and the internet lost its fucking mind. I think there was like 10 million likes in an hour on her post, which is insane. I wish Gaza could get that much attention. That would be nice. But what can you do, right? We live in a sick culture, and people need a distraction, and this is like nice and relatively harmless, so I don't really care like that much. But I'm just glad, Swifties, welcome to the kingdom. I know you've already been kind of tentatively like, oh, do I like the Chiefs? I don't know how to feel about this Travis Kelce guy. Well, Taylor's telling you how to feel. Welcome to the kingdom. We're happy to have you. Absolutely. Yeah, so it's, NFL starts on Thursday. Eagles Cowboys, that'll be a fun one. Chiefs Chargers going down to Rio, and that is interesting. It sucks for the Chargers, I feel like. I guess it isn't bad because it's kind of like playing in LA as a Charger is already like playing at like a 50-50 split game anyways, so just like traveling abroad, it's like at least everybody's kind of on a fucking shitty situation. I don't know. But yeah, so excited for football to start back up. Cannot wait. I think it's going to be a great year for the Chiefs. Obviously, I'm a teensy bit biased, a little bit biased, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So excited to have football back. My Sundays are going to be lovely, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it a lot. The craziest thing that happened, though, was Micah Parsons to the fucking Packers. I do not know what Jerry Jones is doing, trading away one of the premier defensive pass rushers in the league in the prime. He's 26 years old, in the prime of his fucking career, just because they didn't want to pay him. Oh my God. Unbelievable move. Did not see that coming. I knew there was a lot of animosity building up between Micah Parsons and old ass Jerry Jones, the Crypt Keeper himself. But again, this guy, these billionaires, the ego, the ability to just think that, like, they got there purely on meritocracy. They're smarter than everyone. They work harder than everyone. They literally like have this mentality like built inside of them, and they're surrounded by yes men because everybody just wants a piece of the pie. So they think they're fucking brilliant, and then they end up doing some dumb shit like this, and it doesn't make any sense. But I think it makes the Packers almost instant Super Bowl contenders. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the NFC. And we'll see what happens, right? He got a fat contract, almost like $47 million a year or something. The highest paid non-QB, I believe, in the NFL. And it's hilarious because I think Patrick Mahomes makes like $45 million a year or $48 million, one of those two. So, like, the best quarterback in the league is still getting paid, like, I don't know. Veach is the man, basically, is what I'm saying. Locking down Patrick Mahomes in that 10-year deal was probably the smartest things he's ever done. So, tip of the cap to the lad. So excited for football to start up. All right. I guess, unfortunately, the way it's shaped out here is we're going to end the pod talking about some not as much fun topics. Or actually, we'll talk a little bit about Gaza, and then we'll have a couple of little fun things at the end. So, the updates on Gaza are horrific. It's what everybody has been saying for, over a year now, in many cases longer than that. The UN has confirmed that there is a famine in Gaza. They went there, they're able to actually test and see where this is at, and like over 500,000 people are facing devastating hunger. I believe they're saying it's like stage 4 or 5, which is like imminent threat to starvation. And at the same time, Israel has just started its campaign in northern Gaza to, I believe, take over Gaza City, which is where like these people are at. So they're not only being starved to death, they are being actively bombed, and the slaughter is essentially just unlimited. And again, nothing is happening. Politicians aren't doing shit. There's like a handful of people who are being brave and standing up, and outside of that, you also are seeing, what was it? It was the a bunch of genocide scholars, put like the legal case, like it's gone through the legal procedures. Like they have also confirmed that this is a genocide. So stage 5 famine, genocide, war crimes on the daily. I don't know what needs to be done for people to realize that this is like the crisis of our lifetime, of the biggest crime of the 21st century at this point. Maybe outside of the Iraq War, or pretty much close to it. Like both of those are horrible, but this is like, it's just unlimited and one-sided, and it's very hard to watch. So I don't know. The news is not great. And then when you see some of these disgusting pigs, we're going to talk about how people look at this stuff, or the Hasbra, or the propaganda that they do to perpetuate this genocide, how they try to, write the permission structure through media, through these stories, through manufacturing consent, right? That's what I want to show a little taste of here. And there's an organization called the Free Press, which is absolutely fucking horrible, and it's ran by Barry Weiss, who's a disgusting Zionist. And they put out a report talking about the starving children. And this is what they think is good reporting.
So you've probably seen these photos of skeletal kids in Gaza on front pages, all over social media, even in a UNICEF ad. They've become the symbols of famine. But we decided to look into these photos and the stories.
And this is so rich, right? This is exactly how they set it up. They're like, oh, we decided to look into these. Like they're doing like the most basic journalism, right? They're like, oh, look how simple this was. We just, nobody looked into it.
Behind them. And what we found is that in case after case, these kids were sick, but not just with malnutrition. In every instance, they were suffering with other conditions or illnesses like cystic fibrosis.
So you see what she's doing here, right? She's literally saying, yeah, okay, so yeah, sure, these kids are suffering from malnutrition, but it's not just malnutrition. These kids aren't just starving. They also have cystic fibrosis, MS, cerebral palsy. Like, oh, okay, so that makes it better that you're starving these kids that have fucking horrible neurological and physical diseases? What? Like, that's how broken these people's brains are. They're like, oh, no, the babies look like that because they have cerebral palsy. You're seeing their ribs because of that, not because we're starving them. Like, what the fuck?
Cerebral palsy, and even traumatic head injuries. A few weeks
How'd they get those traumatic head injuries? Do we know? God, this lady is a ghoul. Just looking at her, just like, oh, makes my fucking
ago, I started to notice
shiver.
that the same kids were appearing over and over again in coverage about Gaza, and they were being photographed by different photographers, which suggests some element of coordination.
Yeah. Oh, we're using the same starving kids over and over again. Oh yeah, that's a great defense.
And then the New York Times had to issue an editor's note about this viral image, and that made me wonder, what else weren't they telling us about these photos? We did something so simple, it's shocking that no other journalist bothered to do it. So this is how we figured this out. Let's just take this example of Najwa Hussein Hajj, who appeared in CNN simply as suffering from severe malnutrition in Gaza City. So all we did is we took her name, we went to Google Translate, we took the Arabic spelling of her name, put that into Google, and pulled up a lot of local clips in which her parents were talking about what was really going on. And what we learned is that she has an esophagus condition, which is something that was even reported in English media, including the New York Times. That is a quite different and more nuanced story than the assumption that...
See, that's what they want to do. They want to try to drag it down. Oh, it's nuanced. Oh, it's the reason these babies is starving is so complicated and complex, and it's a little bit actually more, it's deeper than just that Netanyahu is a genocidal freak who wants to kill everyone in Gaza. It's actually a little different than that. I mean, this is, if you're being reposted by Benjamin Netanyahu, which is who reposted that, like, absolutely disgusting. Like, I can only hope one day if there is any justice in this world, that these people are tried at the Hague like they were back in 1940. Like, what the hell? Or 1944, whenever it was. Like unbelievable, disgusting. And then you can see also how the New York Times frames this, right? There's this headline from the New York Times. It says, global monitors confirm famine in part of Gaza. What does that mean? Question mark. What a headline. What, like, I don't have any, like, it just makes me so mad to show you. Like, this is how, like, the dehumanization of these people, an entire population of people that has already been under some of the worst living conditions on the planet. And, you know, this is how they talk about it. This is how they talk about a famine, right? Oh, it's a famine's confirmed. What does that mean? Oh, what could it be? Well, let us explain. It's like, dude, just say Israel is, you know, stopping aid. There's a blockade and it's causing a famine. Like, that's what's happening. Everyone knows it. Like, it's not working anymore. People are waking up to this. And again, that's why I just wanted to show this stuff briefly, to just talk about it, because it's so crazy, like, what's happening over there and how many people are being killed on the daily basis. It's like, on a weekly measure, again, Israel is almost doing its own October 7th every week, over and over and over, to the Palestinian people for almost 2 years now, right? And there's just doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. All right, let's do some fun stuff. Sorry. Yeah, so to end it up here, we just got a little couple updates and some fun things. First update is our beautiful sandwich hero, our sub-hero sandwich enjoyer has been, you know, the case was thrown out of court. It was called a remarkable failure, and there was a sharp rebuke to this case being, you know, even put in front of a judge. So at least there are still some good people out there. But yeah, you know, the hero is free. Sure, he is probably looking for gainful employment right now, but do you really want to work under this administration in the government anyways? Was your job really that safe? I don't know. I tend to think not. All right, this next little clip we got for you is so funny. It's from the ICE recruitment class, right? This is the recent class that's been going through the Homeland Security, the ICE training, and oh boy, dude, like, it's so sad. It's so fucking sad to watch. Like, these people, you know, I'm sure the people that are doing this, I'm just assuming they really are like, this is the best opportunity I've ever had to make like $150,000, and it's hard not to. Or maybe they're just fucking psychopaths. I really don't know, but let's just watch a little clip. They think they're the fucking Marines. They think this is the fucking army, like the way this cucklord who's in charge of these, you know, new recruits acts. It's unbelievable.
Let's go! Come on!
Let's go! Come on! Move!
Formation looks terrible! Why are you guys camping? Make yourself straight! Make yourself straight! Look down the line! Make yourself straight!
Texas, sir.
The recruits, many drawn in by 30,000 signing bonuses for a job paying up to 40,000. So I mean, God, it's not even great money, dude. I guess this is Border Patrol. It's not ICE. I don't know what the difference is. It's all the same to me.
Laredo North Station, sir. I have a wife to provide for, sir.
Left!
Oh.
When I say left, your left foot should be striking the ground. I'm literally...
Dude, this is like the most like spiritual Israeli shit I've ever seen. Like, this is like, it's so sad. Like, these people like are not hardened like fucking military vets, or they're just regular, like the regular dumpy ass looking dudes who are just like, yeah, I'm here. I got a wife to provide for, sir. I have a kid. It's like, yeah, there's no jobs out there because Trump's fucking tariffs have been dog shit and the economy is horrible. And that's part of the design. Make the economy shit. Make sure there's no jobs out there for anyone. And then, oh, guess what? The government's hiring, but you have to work for ICE. It's fucking incredible what they're doing and getting away with. And like, we're not even going to finish the clip because you get it. It's just sad. It's pathetic. It's goofy. It's weird. It's loser shit. And, you know, these people need to be absolutely shamed and like ritualistically humiliated on a regular basis, right? And so, you know, that's enough with the ice. Let's talk about how capitalism is breeding innovation and how AI is going to change all of our lives. It's going to be beautiful. Here's a little clip. Apparently at Taco Bell drive-thrus now, they're bringing AI. They're using AI to take your order. I have not seen this, but of course, like, they don't care that it's like one of the worst customer experiences, right? They don't give a fuck about that. What they care about is, hey, guess what? We just don't have to pay somebody. Like, that's beautiful. We got rid of a whole ass fucking human being's job. And now we don't have to pay them. Sure, the customers are going to be pissed and it's going to be dog shit, but who cares? We just saved a bunch of money on car insurance by switching to Geico. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, here's a video about how to bypass the AI if you're at Taco Bell, or, you know, maybe break it in this case.
Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. What can I get started for you today?
Can I get 18,000 water cups, please?
Okay. What can I get for you?
Oh, that person showed up pretty quick. What can I get for you? So there's how you bypass it, folks. Just giving you some pro tips. And here is somebody who is trying to play nice with the AI.
And what will you drink with that?
Oh my God! I want a large Mountain Dew.
And your drink?
Oh, and your drink? Oh, like this, like that. How, like, I want a large Mountain Dew and your drink. Like, that's what life's gonna be. That's, I guess, luckily, as they say, everything gets better under capitalism. Nothing gets worse. This is just innovation being bred. It's some of the finest innovation we've ever seen, and you're gonna have to shut up and like it. All right. Another little taste of innovation in action. Here's somebody staying at a hotel in Vegas, which is doing terrible right now. Vegas is doing horrendous because tourism is down, nobody has any money, and Vegas just kind of sucks.
This is how ridiculous Las Vegas is. So, here's your room.
Oh, yeah.
And you have a mini bar.
Oh, yeah. Mini bar.
Except you cannot use the mini bar
wow.
or the refrigerator for storing anything without paying a $50 service fee. Come on, Vegas.
Come on, Vegas. Oh, it's Vegas that's doing it. Vegas is the culprit here. It's like, no, some fucking evil company was like, hey, what if, hear me out, what if we put a little fucking sensor on the mini fridge, and if anybody even cracks that bitch open thinking they wanted to store like the nice dinner that they had leftovers from, you know, they spent $100 at a very nice dinner in a Vegas restaurant. They're like, oh, I didn't eat it all because I'll save some of it for later. Well, guess what? Go fuck yourself. If you want to, you know, store that expensive dinner that you just had, go ahead and pay an extra $50, buddy, just to even get a look inside that fridge. Like, that is the epitome of like what we're doing, where we're heading, right? Like, they have these like buy a Domino's pizza and pay for it over a month apps and all this shit. Like, everything is just getting worse and worse. And again, we just have to take it, I guess. We're just like, yeah, this is just capitalism in, you know, full effect. It's just doing its thing. It's just vibing, boys. It's just vibing. Anyways, like I said, that was a little more funny and fun, but again, still very depressing. But what can you do? What can you do? Oh shit. All right, let's play some music. This one's been going long. It's been going long. We got you some Jack K's, Morbid Mind, and then we'll hit you with the outro, folks.
I can't keep writing songs about the things I left behind. I spent way too much time alone inside my morbid mind. I wanna live inside and I'm always staying strong. I can't go back home till my name is known. No, I can't fall. Yeah. And I can't keep running from myself by drinking alcohol. I got too drunk last night, I think I almost lost it all. I smoke too much, don't eat enough, and barely sleep at all. When I'm alone, can't get away from all my morbid thoughts. Don't let me fall, I won't stay too long. I gave my all.
I gave my all, folks. I gave my all. Blood, sweat, and tears put into this podcast every day. Every day, just out there scouring the internet, just consuming terrible, terrible brain rot all day to give you this finely tuned, finely curated, beautiful, beautiful podcast that is the Millennial Manchild Podcast. But yeah, that's all we really got for you today, folks. As always, if you made it this far, you just unlocked an achievement. Congrats to you. You are now too becoming a brain rot aficionado. Welcome to the deprogramming that we're providing here at the Millennial Manchild Podcast. I hope it is providing you some value. Who knows? It's a lot of times I don't know what to expect or what people think of the podcast, but at the end of the day, I'm just here to just talk some shit and point out some things that I think need to be brought a little bit more, shined a little more light on, right? Are they the most important things? Who knows? Who knows? They just feel important to me. But yeah, that's all we have for you. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at MilesKC06 if you're interested. Again, I'm going to start putting out more clips and fun stuff there at the bare minimum. Since I'm allergic to YouTube and don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to video editing, I'll probably just start doing some stuff on Instagram and TikTok. But yeah, if you like it, give it 5 stars on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you can. I don't even know where you can or where you listen to it. But yeah, go ahead and leave a like and a comment if you see something. Always little things like that help boost it in the algorithm. Very much appreciated. But yeah, that's all we got. That's all, the train is slowing down. I'm fucking sweating. It's hot in here. It feels about like it's 80 degrees. You can't really see it. You'll probably see it if I post some videos, but I am sweating just sitting here right now. But that's just life, this is the 2 weeks out of the year in San Diego where it's just hot and I don't have AC, so it's just like it's the only time it's actually like quote unquote miserable, and it's like 80 degrees or 85 degrees, so it's really not that bad. But yeah, anyways, that's all we got. We'll hit you with some Bob Dylan. As always, peace in the Middle East, free Palestine, and Millennial Manchild out. Oh, and this is Bob Dylan. Health is wealth.
Don't make it an easy job for him. The killing of kids with £2 chicken and chips is a tactic of war waged on the poor. Can't save wages on slave wages, and you don't think fresh fruit with your face on the floor. Nah, you need money for the kids, rent and light plus food in the fridge. But that last box can be the hardest tick, cause scraps will suffice, but they might make you sick. As a child I used to chow take out, 24 hours later skin breakout. Felt so heavy with it sitting in my belly. Dessert was a sugar coated candy jelly. Fam, that's pig meat, mashing up the kidney. Make sure no government has to kill me. I was killing myself till I realized danger. Brain, heart, liver and lungs can hit failing. Now seasoned dal and veg, fresh herbs. Cut caffeine because it messed with nerves. Plenty lentils and chickpea curry. 20-minute meal for a man in a hurry. That's real fast food that won't break the bank. With enough nutrients to fill the tank. Drink water for the body's natural power, but water from taps can taste sour. Food deserts are designed to starve us. No fresh produce, but we got Starbucks. Calories packed in treats to enlarge us. May not see the effects, but the heart does. Can't breathe, can't sleep, can't run. Casomorphin wreaks havoc on the lungs, just like fizzy wreaks havoc on the gums. And my old man said diabetes ain't fun. Ginger root is good for the youths. Blend it up and share a fresh juice. Burn sage.